Okay, say hi YouTube.
Active.
Hey
Hi,
YouTube,
YouTube.
it's Mr. Chunky Monkey again. I'm going to show you my entire Game Boy line, some accessories for the system, and all the Game Boy games I have. Game Boy Color, regular Game Boy, and Game Boy Advance. First off, I'm going to start with the Game Boy, the original. Y'all seen it in a pickup video I did recently, but now I got the screen to it. I got it off eBay and put it on there. Came out pretty good. Battery cover, everything. Now, the original system, it came packed with Tetris, which I have the original Tetris game. I don't know if I can see that, but it boots up fine. Love that game. That was the first Game Boy that I had. I had that when I was a child. I got it for one of my birthdays. I remember I was so excited, and then a couple months later, my niece, she threw it on the floor mad at me and broke my original one. So then, a couple months later after that, the Game Boy Pocket came out. This is my original Game Boy Pocket. The one that I paid for myself when I was a child and saved my money for. Still have the battery cover, everything. And this game works perfectly fine as well. Now for the games for that system, I have the Dr. Mario, Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Dream Land 2, and Zelda's Link's Awakening. Now that's my favorite Game Boy game of all time. A little bit after that system, a couple of years later, they came out with the Game Boy Color. Now my original Game Boy Color was stolen. We had a party at my house when I was younger from my older brother, and he had a lot of people from the school, and they came by and they came up missing that night. They stole my original Game Boy Color with my original Pokemon Yellow that I had, and I had Mew on it. Devastating if you know anything about the Pokemon. I had to go to an event to get the people at the place to put Mew onto my game card. It was horrible. This one right now, I need to find the battery cover for it on eBay or somewhere. If y'all know, if y'all have one laying around extra or something, let me know. I need one. That system, I have a couple games. I got Dragon Warrior 3, Lemmings, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, which is really just regular Super Mario Bros. From the NES, but with a couple of extra features like a calendar and some other stupid shit. These are one of my favorite games too. The Zelda games, Oracle of Time or Oracle of Ages. This is Oracle of Seasons. They came out at the same time. If you link them together, you can use password system and beat one, and then you get extra stuff to play with in the other one. That's all my regular Game Boy Color games. Then I moved on and got the Game Boy Advance. Now my original Game Boy Advance was white. I got it for my birthday, I think, or Christmas or something like that. But mine was their white one. And for some reason, I still have my white battery cover somewhere, but not the system. So I need to at least get that out and cover this up for now, I guess. But I'm looking to find one online, and probably going to buy another screen for this one, open this up, pop this one off, put a new one on, because it has some pretty bad scratches on it. But the inside, the actual screen on the inside is brand new. Then, a year or two later, they came out with the Game Boy Advance SP. This one's probably my favorite Game Boy as it comes to Game Boy Advances and stuff like that. Just because you can play all your games on all the old ones, the original ones, and it has backlit screen. So that just makes it fantastic. And then I got the retro one that looks like the NES. I don't know if y'all seen those. Pretty sure you probably have, but it's fantastic. I love that system. Then the most portable Game Boy of all time is the Game Boy Advance Micro. Now this thing is fucking amazing. I love this thing. I carry it in my pocket almost all the time. This and Final Fantasy 1 and 2, because those games you can just play them for hours, just leveling up and leveling up just to max out your characters. I love those games. But this was my second favorite Game Boy probably, just for the fact that you can carry it so small. Now as for my games for the Game Boy Advance, I have Mario vs. Donkey Kong. It's like the March and the Minis, the very first one though. It's pretty good. I got Super Mario or Mario Kart Super Circuit. It's a real good Mario Kart game. Advance Wars. It's a what we call it, a strategy RPG or something like that. You have troops and you can move them across a grid, and then once they're next to each other and shooting distance, you can attack each other. It's a badass game. I had the original, but I don't know what happened to it. I think one of my nieces and nephews took it. This is Zelda, the Minish Cap. The last Game Boy Advance Zelda game. Then I have Super Mario Advance 4, which is the Super Mario Bros. 3 from the NES with updated graphics like the ones in the Super Mario All-Stars one. And then, like I said, Final Fantasy 1 and 2. You already know everything about those. Golden Sun. This was my very first RPG that I played all the way through. And I gotta say, it's fantastic. It's a good ass game. I had part 2 when I was in high school, or no, in junior high, but I don't know what happened to it when I was in school. And this is Super Mario Advance, the very first one, but really it's Super Mario Bros. 2, which is really Doki Doki or some shit like that. There's Mega Man Battle Network, the original one. It's the only one I have, but it's badass. I love that game. Zelda. The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, the Super Nintendo one, but ported to the Game Boy with 4 swords on it. I've never been able to play 4 swords because I've never known anybody else that had the game. Metabots, some bullcrap game that I got from school. Now these games are fucking awesome. Metroid Zero Mission, which is the original Metroid from the NES, but like updated, I guess you could say. But it's fucking badass. This is Metroid Fusion. It's a really good Metroid game as well. Now this game, when I got it, it didn't have a cover to it, so no really reason to show it, but it's Wolfenstein 3D. Quad Desert Fury. It's quad bikes racing. It's not that good. Wario Land 4. Pretty good game. Texas Hold'em. Being that I'm from Texas, I love playing Hold'em. I love playing pool as well. Virtual pool. Got, let's see, Sonic Adventures. Let's see. WarioWare Inc. I love this game. The mini games are so fast and so fun. I love them. And I guess I skipped over these when I was talking about the original Game Boy, but I guess it's Game Boy and Game Boy Color together because the cards were different colors. So it's the Zelda DX. It's the same Link's Awakening, but it's for the ported for the Game Boy Color, so it has extra features. Like you can also use the Game Boy printer on that. It's pretty fun. Pac-Man Collections. For some reason, I can't get this game to work. I got it for free, so I can't complain, but it never boots up. It always goes to that little Nintendo sign's always distorted. Pokemon Blue. Another one I got for free with no cover for some reason. Pokemon Yellow. I wish this was my original card where I had Mew, but it's not. It's just another copy that I bought. Pokemon Gold. It's a great Pokemon game. I love Pokemon. I got more on the DS, but this is all about strictly Game Boy. Now, as for some of the accessories, I guess this is a game, but I count it as an accessory. It's the Game Boy camera. Love this thing. I had fun with it. I have pictures on here from when I first got it. Like pictures of one of my nieces when she was born. Not all and goopy, but you know, just born. She's a baby. She's real young in that picture. I actually have the Game Boy printer. It's loaded with paper and everything. Now the picture quality on this thing is crap, but just the fact that I have it, and it fucking eats batteries too. It needs 6 fucking batteries to run. That's amazing. But hey, it's a printer for a Game Boy. What kind of technology do you think they had back then? This is another accessory. I don't know if some people count this as a system, but let's say it's an accessory. Play your Game Boy games on the Super Nintendo. I used the shit out of that when I was little. Now this, I don't know if many people know what this is. It's a Game Boy Advance thing, but it's an MP3 player. I got it at Best Buy, and it was like 40 bucks, 50 bucks. Got a memory card, Game Boy Advance jukebox, and it's a compact flash. Like, what the hell uses compact flash memory? I don't know this thing, I guess, but I guess that's about it. And takes a AA battery, one AA battery. But what's tight about it is you can use it on your Game Boy, and you can use the screen to like change songs or anything. If y'all want to know more about it, just let me know and I'll do a video strictly on this. It's pretty sorry about that. The video goes to 10 minutes and then it stops, so I went over, I guess. But here's what I was talking about. It's just a MP3 player, and like I said, if anybody wants to know any more about it, I'll do a video strictly on this device. But like I said, you can use it without the Game Boy. It has buttons to change song volume up and down, play, pause, stop. It's pretty neat. The headphones go here, but when you plug it in, you have options to where you can mess with the music, and it even, I think it says video. It does video too, but I'm not sure about that because I never had any video on it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I haven't used it in a while, but it does still work. I don't know if let me see if the battery's good. Yeah, see, it lights up on the bottom. I don't know if you can catch that, but it blinks on and off when it's on. But yeah, it's pretty neat little thing here. Audio quality ain't the best, but hey, it's for the Game Boy Advance, so you can't complain. It's not meant to play music anyway, is it? Well, I guess that's it. I'm gonna grab the camera right now and do an overview in just a second. So, okay, I realized you couldn't really see the labels from the glare. I'm sorry about that, but I'm gonna go through them real quick, just like this, so you can see all the labels and all the games. Kirby Dream Land. There's the Game Boy printer, the Super Game Boy. Here we go. That's the MP3 player, the camera. Alright, that's pretty much it, guys. Catch y'all next video.